Hello everyone and welcome to our channel. Today I'm heading up to Cerro Gordo, California. If you've never heard of Cerro Gordo, you're probably not alone. Cerro Gordo is a ghost town. It's high up in the Inyo mountain range. Now that mountain range is in eastern California, along what I would call the western edge of Death Valley. Cerro Gordo is known for having a silver mine. It was once the largest silver mine in California. It was started somewhere around 1866 and it ran off and on until about 1957. It's said that upwards of over $500 million in silver was mined, and they also had a sizable amount of zinc mined here as well. So this road I'm traveling up is about 8 miles in length. It starts out down around Keeler at around 3,600 feet above sea level. It tops out at about 9,200 feet above sea level in Cerro Gordo. And as you can probably see, you don't go very fast on this road. So it's 8 miles long and it's going to take about an hour and a quarter to get up it, one way. Now, I was looking at a calculator last night, and this is the first time I've gone up the road. That average is about 5.8 mile an hour. So you can see we're not going to be moving very fast. And while it don't look very difficult to travel on, at least so far, I'm told you need a high clearance four-wheel drive to get up it. It tends to get washed out and can become quite a challenge to traverse. But to be honest, it really didn't look that bad so far today. So now the town's owner, Brent Underwood, has a YouTube channel called Ghost Town Living. I encourage you to check out Brent's channel. He has many fascinating videos regarding the mines and the town's past, as well as future plans for it. Which brings us to why I'm driving up the road. Brent wants to revive the town, bring it back to life, and he needs some help. So, since I was going to be out this way, I decided to offer my services for a couple days, whatever they may be. Now I have no idea what I'm going to do when I get up there. Hopefully, Brent's got a plan. We've got a couple days. It should be fun. But for now, let's just sit back and enjoy the scenery as we make our way up. Well, it may have taken some time to travel up Cerro Gordo Road, but it was very likely in the best condition it's ever been in. In fact, not too long after my visit, Hurricane Hillary came through and completely washed out the road. Access to Cerro Gordo was actually cut off for something like 3 weeks. So if you come up here, don't expect the road to be as good as it was when I drove up it. Seems like I got lucky. So when I arrived, I learned that Brent had been called away and was in New York. He's not likely going to be back before I leave, but there was still some work to be done. I met Steven, who works with Brent. Since I do woodworking, my first task was to try and work on the front door of the bunkhouse. Now, the bunkhouse is known to be haunted with ghosts. In fact, Brent tells stories of his first encounter with the ghosts in this very building. But this is where volunteers can stay while they're in town. There's 6 guest rooms along with a main kitchen and a small dining area inside. The front door tends to leak a bit when it rains, so Steven asked me if I could maybe take a look at the front door. Well, after studying the door for a while, I could see it was out of square. Now, I'm on vacation, so I don't have any carpentry tools with me. No problem, said Steven. He had me follow him up to another building where they store the tools. There I found all kinds of tools, a square, a hammer, and many non-woodworking tools, but not much that would lend itself to helping me fix that door. As you can see, I did take the glass out of the doors. I didn't want to break any of it while I was working on the door. But unfortunately, someone had previously worked on the door and installed some small dowel pins in it. And the door had been glued back together, looks like unsquare. So, at least the best I could tell. So any attempts to move the joints were fruitless. It looks like they used epoxy as well. That door needs to be replaced. Steven and I were the only people in town that day. He had a small list of projects that he planned on working on, but most of them were already completed. So we decided to take a little tour and just relax. So as Steven gave me a tour of the town, I shot a few still pictures to share. I purposely did not shoot any video, as I would prefer you watch Brent's videos regarding the town and the mine. While we were touring the town, a truck showed up with 3 guys in it. Turns out they're from a college in San Diego, and they had come up to investigate some of the geology. So we went inside the museum, and Steven showed them around. And then we headed out onto the patio where a discussion on the town's past history was had. And as we sat out on the patio, we happened to look down the road and see what appeared to be a possible rainstorm developing. Now that's not good. Any rainstorm could potentially wipe out the road, so we all decided to head down the mountain before the rain hit. Heading back down the mountain, I had time to think about this first visit to Cerro Gordo, what Brent had accomplished so far and just how far he has yet to go. And I wish I had more time to spend here. It truly is a magical place. But I had other obligations, and this first visit was only meant to be nothing more than a short introduction to Cerro Gordo and all it has to offer. And looking back up Cerro Gordo Road toward the town, the road just seems to invite me to come back up and spend more time experiencing all the town and the mine has to offer. And I will be back. This is just the beginning. I look forward to coming back to see how things change. I hope you all enjoyed this little trip up Cerro Gordo Road. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.